Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Soundcribe Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson's Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Coming soon, Missing 2, double suspense, double the fun. Check it out on Amazon. Also brought to you by Sweet Psalmist, Special Raina Wagner, based on the life of David Coin, 30 exquisite paintings in King David Psalms. Amazon.com, keyword Sweet Psalmist Raina Wagner. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, 50 podcast platforms, 110 countries. Follow us on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, also Apple Music, BitChute, Rumble, YouTube, and more. We're here with a terrific lady who's an author with experience in galleries, museums, and auction houses in the art world for 7 years. She received her master's from Cornell Institute of Art in London, and also the a bachelor's from University of St. Andrews in Scotland. She's originally from Atlanta and grew up in Cape Cod, and she was in the UK, now back in Cape Cod as well. She has a new book out there that tells the story of a mysterious investor who's pursuing a lady, a sensitive woman, drawn to his manipulations, and describes the erasure of moral certainties in the world. Love is commodified and culture of the industry during the Trump era. The book is called The Spectacle, talking about the art world. Live, ladies and gentlemen, of Plus Studios in beautiful Cape Cod. The amazing author with experience in galleries, museums, and auction houses and art for 7 years, the multi-talented Anna Barrington. Anna, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Mike. It's great to be here.
Well, it's great to have you on board, Anna. So you're an author with experience in galleries, museums, and auction houses in the art world for about 7 years. You received your master's from Cornell Institute of Art in London, and also a bachelor's from University of St. Andrews in Scotland. You're originally from Atlanta. You grew up in Cape Cod, and you lived in the UK. Now you're back in Cape Cod. You have a new book that tells the story of a mysterious investor and pursuit of a lady named Ingrid, sensitive woman, drawn as manipulations. And the book is simply called The Spectacle, and it's involving the art world as well. And what's it like? Before getting on, Anna, tell us how you first got started.
So here is the spectacle. I am so excited. It just came out yesterday in bookstores. And yeah, it's the story of, as you said, Rudolph, a shady, manipulative contemporary art dealer who gets involved in a Ponzi scheme. And I've been working on it for about 3 years, working in auction houses and galleries and just getting really fascinated about sort of the darkness of the art world. It's opaque deals behind the scenes.
Oh, wow. Okay. How'd you first get involved with the business?
So I started, interning as everyone does. I always did art history in school, and I just started working at contemporary art galleries as soon as I got out of college. Um, and yeah, almost immediately started writing it all down because it was so fascinating.
Okay. You also traveled from, you went to London and was at Cornell Institute of Art, and you also got your degree in Scotland as well, and Bachelor of Arts. Tell us about your journey going from Atlanta over to the UK and Scotland.
Yeah, so my parents were journalists, and we had lived in Europe when my parents were writing certain articles and books, and it was just really exciting to me, really culturally and artistically rich. So I kind of wanted to go back, and I was lucky enough to be able to go to college in the UK.
Mm-hmm. And you talk about being an art world and everything like that. Who are some of your favorite artists growing up?
I love the American abstract expressionists like Willem de Kooning, Rothko, Franz Klein. I see such, passion and violence and that type of brushstroke.
Hmm. Passion and violence in brushstrokes. That is rather interesting. I've never heard that. Usually, the little gentle ones like you and seeing the paintings as well. Of course, Bob Ross. Well, that's a different story right there, but it makes you think of Van Gogh and all that. Just gentle and everything like that.
Yeah.
Violence in brushstrokes. I have never heard of that.
No, I like the ones that are just big slashes kind of across the canvas.
Oh, I get it. Okay, all
You know
right.
what I mean?
Oh my gosh, I'm at to try that on my paintings next time.
Do you paint?
Well, actually, my wife does painting, but I've done some of that in grade school itself. That's probably my. I mean, I tried drawing people, comes out stick figures, and probably like at the bottom of the chain. Unlike the rest of my family, they're up there when it comes to painting, creativity. My wife, likes to paint, photography, and all that stuff. It's like I remember doing a painting, in grade school. It's like you just you draw a thing of grapes, like a bunch of grapes. It's like did so perfect. It's like I get an A plus. It's like I was trying to do my job being perfect. So I guess that's just my exposure right there. But painting for me would be like, just if I have to paint a wall, just trying to beautify a room and everything like that. I mean, that's my version of it, to be honest with you. And you also written the book The Spectacle. Who are some of your favorite authors growing up?
So many. I really love Scott Fitzgerald. The Great Gatsby was something I thought about a lot writing this book. I love Patricia Highsmith, the crime author.
Okay.
Um, my tastes range a lot. Yeah, I find myself going back to American modernists always. Um, like Hemingway, Fitzgerald, Philip Roth, Saul Bellow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then in terms of museums, you worked with some of that. What are some of your favorite museums growing up and art galleries?
Um, Boston has a great museum, the Isabella Gardner Museum.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's gorgeous. I mean, this woman was obsessed with the Italian Renaissance, and she kind of just created this crazy, eccentric palazzo filled with her beautiful art. And of course, there's that famous theft, the Isabella Gardner Museum. I don't know if you.
Oh, yes, that's right. We'll cover some of that. Also tied to the book, The Spectacle. We'll get that with Anna Barrington. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by SonicWeb Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? SonicWeb Studios is the answer. SonicWeb Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today 1 800 303 3960. That's 1 800 303 3960. Or email to support at sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give a official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson Zia. If you love fast paced mysteries, you love Missing by Mia Molson Zia, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing is fast paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, two strangers, one target, where truth is illusion and those who love you first go missing. It's available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson Zia's got a great reviews. An Evil Evan and George by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes Missing by Mia Molson Zia, available on Amazon. Coming soon, Missing 2 by Mia Molson Zia, double the suspense, double the fun. Check it out on Amazon. Also brought to you by Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of David, including 30 exquisite paintings and King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives a new perspective of David through Psalms he wrote as the time of Shepherd started and complicate your turbulent relationship with King Saul. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, hope, and more. Check out the Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner on Amazon. Keyword Sweet Psalmist Serena Wagner. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, 50 podcast platforms, heard in 110 countries. Follow us on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, BitChute, Rumble, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and more. Take us with you on any mobile device. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast, t-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies. Makes great gifts 24/7. Go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson Zia. Great books, merchandise, and more. And support us on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. We're here, amazing author with experience in galleries, museums, and auction houses in the art world for 7 years. Anna Barrington on the Mike Wagner Show with The Spectacle as well too. And but before we get into the book as well, that it is he also worked in galleries, museums, auction houses. It's like the financial world as well too. And tell us about some of that. What separates your ordinary museum from like the ones that are in the galleries and auction houses.
Um, well, it's very different. Museums, they collect sort of on a philanthropic basics. They're not trying to make money necessarily. And I think they're trying to provide art to the larger public. whereas auction houses and galleries exclusively sell, you know, they're trying to turn a profit. So those paintings and works most often go to people who just want to keep that art, in their house.
And you talked earlier as well too about being a shadowy business and everything else. Get this transfer from shallow banks, shallow companies, and being opaque to the everyday person. So it seems like you hear about all the things going on. The art world seems to be like, in terms of potential theft and everything, that gets like pushed to the bottom of everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think the art world, I don't know why it's so unregulated, to be honest, but it is a lot more unregulated, I think, than the financial world. A lot of it is sort of based on trust. You really need to trust the advisors around you. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of potential for corruption and fraud.
hmm Right, exactly too. And of course, you've been in the business for 7 years as well. What are some of the work have you done in the art world for 7 years?
I've been in auction houses and galleries. I was never on the sales side of things. I interviewed artists and I wrote about them.
Oh wow, okay. Who are some of the famous who are some of the artists that you've interviewed? I'd like to hear some about.
Oh, I couldn't name names.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, you can just throw a pseudonym just to protect the public. So
But I mean, it's been a great pleasure to work with artists. I mean, they're really inspiring people.
And certainly did as well too. That it tells the story of Rudolph, mysterious Vesper, and pursuit of Ingrid, a sensitive woman drawn to the manipulations, and describes a ratio of moral corruptions and everything like that. And I guess it starts at why the pursuit, why after the art, and why after the woman. And a bit about the book, how all started and everything with the world deceit and everything.
How did I get the idea?
Correct. Yes.
So I was really intrigued by certain scams that I saw in the art world. Big well-known scams, Ponzi schemes. There was one art dealer who escaped to Brazil, I think.
Really?
Yeah, and the FBI couldn't find him for like 10 years. So it was stuff like that. Um, Also the Madoff scam was something I was thinking of.
Oh, Bernie
Um,
Madoff.
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. He was tied to the financial world, not the art world, but it's like a similar Ponzi scheme in a way.
Yeah, I was thinking of a bunch of different things at once. But I knew it had to revolve around a scam because I wanted to track that sort of psychological breakdown of someone who realizes his business is collapsing and desperately trying to keep it afloat.
Okay, okay, all right. I can see what you're saying too. That at pulling the lies and everything like that. And of course, you talked about being desperate. His debts mount rapidly, so it's like, what did he invest? Was it poor investments, or what kind was it?
I think, well, it's always both. But so much of, why does a business sink or a Ponzi scheme sink at a given moment, it's usually just market factors. Happen to be unlucky, but it will always happen eventually, of course.
Okay, all right. And plus, you also did some art collecting and everything like that. I guess a big difference is that you had some fake ones go through and they try to sell for millions, whatever. How can you tell what's real and what's fake? Obviously, so it's like you go into the real details of it. It's like what's real and what's not.
You just have to trust that most galleries are, you know, really legitimate and they won't sell you anything that is not real, to be honest. But I will say I once went into a museum and a director said, like half of the things you see on the wall are fake because so much of art has been forged over the centuries.
Right. Yeah. And of course, that what would you say is the most authentic or the most expensive that you've ever encountered?
Oh, in my life, I mean, works
Correct.
in,
Yes.
yeah. I think Vermeers are really precious, because he made so few paintings, the Dutch
Oh,
artist.
okay. Yeah, I think I'm taking in some of that, and and whatever else too, that maybe a bit more about the book, that how did he get started, and what was his what and why was he pursuing his soon to be lover, or in this case of why was he pursuing Ingrid? What was the whole purpose behind it? It's like, what was his motivation, and why is he into art, and why is he after Ingrid?
Yeah, so in the spectacle, it all sort of revolves around Rudolph, who is this art dealer who all he wants to do is succeed, and he's built up two galleries that he wants to create this business that is making a lot of money. But to do that, he is spending a lot on, private jets, art fairs at $100,000 a pop, rent. And so he is getting swamped. He meets this girl who's younger and sort of naive, and he falls in love with her because she sort of sees him as the man he wants to be. Um, but meanwhile, things are getting darker. So their love is real, but at the same time, it's sort of toxic because he is so damaged and has so many problems.
And what kind of problems does he have?
While he's a pathological liar, he's drowning in debt. He's a scammer. So not
Okay.
exactly the kind of guy you want your daughter to date.
Right, exactly, and may think about the art world relating to the Trump era, Me Too, cancel culture, changing face of the Democratic Party. It seems to tie into all those themes.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I was thinking a lot about, the sort of virtue signaling that you saw in the art world around that time. A lot of artists were trying to make art about certain social movements that were happening, BLM and Me Too being one of them. And it was just like a real divide between that and what was happening in the political sphere. So I was just interested in seeing that frustration channeled and reflecting it in this book.
Hmm. And how's that frustration channel as well too? And what can people learn about
Well, I think people look back and think of it as a time in which, like, people's morals were being performed on really large scale platforms with almost zero privacy, which may be new. I think it is new.
it? Hmm. Right, yeah, and I think I could see some of that as well too. And of course, it's based on several real life Ponzi schemes and art and everything like that. You talked about Bernie Madoff and whatever else. The one movie I was thinking about was it the Thomas Crown Royal Affair, and I think it was like if I recall, I think that was like a jewelry heist. I think that was it, if I'm right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I've got to put that on my list. I was definitely thinking of Talented Mr. Ripley, the movie. Um, I'm trying to think. Margin Call is another great one.
Okay, and then how about some of the other movies or other stories that are tied to the stuff? Maybe think of the Thomas Crown Affair right off the bat.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think all those books and movies where there's a theft or a heist, um, there's sort of built-in motor always because you're just dying to see what's going to happen and are they going to get away with it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then what are some of the things you guys do to protect from theft and everything else? You see in these movies, they have like these the laser strips. You've got like cameras circling all over. And of course, I saw an episode of Columbo that's like God from the 70s where it's like you step one thing, door shuts and all that. What were some of the devices you guys were using trying to protect your art or stop somebody from stealing?
Well, in every gallery there's a pretty heavy alarm system. You know, and so that goes off. It's the same as any like heavily guarded house.
Okay. I could see right that too. And also, what else can you tell about the book as well, besides with art dealer drowning in debt, trying to get a girl to manipulate, and things happen along the way. So being like a potential page turner and everything like that, and more about the book, how it comes along.
Yeah, well, I hope people will enjoy it. I think it has a little bit of everything. It's a story of like fraud, corruption, the corruption of power, and how, you can fall in love with people and not really know who they are, and find them deeply untrustworthy at the end of the day.
Mhm.
Uh,
Right, yeah. And of course, there's also one thing to mention, also intertwines with a plot with Secret History, and it's got some pretty scathing commentary on that one.
on what?
On the Secret History.
Oh no, I mean, I love The Secret History. So that was a definite influence, but I don't mention it by name in this book.
Got it. Okay. And what are some other things you can tell about it, and what do you want readers to get from the book, and maybe some lessons learned?
Well, I hope, number one, it entertains people. That's what I hope.
Right. Yeah. Champagne, caviar dreams, and everything like that. Appreciate art a lot more better. And what else have we got for Anna Barrington? We'll find out 1 minute. You listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, Interaction Warring author Mia Moses Missing, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of King David, 30 Exquisite Paintings, King David Psalms, Amazon.com, keyword Sweet Psalmist Serena Wagner. We'll be back with author Anna Barrington of The Spectacle after this time. We're back with author Anna Barrington of The Spectacle here on the Mike Wagner Show. And lastly, how can people get a hold of the book, and what's your website?
So The Spectacle is everywhere you get your books. So you can order it on Amazon or anywhere. My website is annabarrington.com. And yeah, hope you
Okay.
enjoy.
All right. Well, certainly check that out as well. We're here with Anna Barrington of The Spectacle on the Mike Wagner Show. And what else can we expect from you 2025 and beyond?
Well, I'm writing a second novel, so that is more of a haunted house story.
Oh, okay. Nothing to do with art this time, huh?
To do with art. Done with art.
Oh, wow. Okay. What are some of the other genres you like to write about? Now, come to think of it, or your favorite
Um,
genres?
well, I love, suspense or mystery, so this is sort of a New England mystery.
Okay. All right. Well, certainly look forward to that. Who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
My mom, she's my biggest fan and good editor too.
Okay. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Don't give up.
Hmm. I think that's a great idea as well. We're here with author Anna Barrington of The Spectacle here on the Mike Wagner Show. And a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Learned a lot. Looking forward to having you soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Laugh, have you back. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your book?
Okay, thank you, Mike.
And what's your website?
It's annabarrington.com.
All right, well, certainly check that out. Once again, Anna, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Laugh, have you back. We wish you all the best. And Anna, you definitely have a great future ahead of you.
Thank you. Bye.